My name's Kevin Goodall. I set up a social enterprise just under a year ago called We. It's an alcohol-free social space. In the summer of 2012, the NHS in North Lancashire identified Morecambe and Fleetwood as having a particular problem with alcohol. There's a small handful of dry bars popping up, and we thought that we could join in that. That was a good solution, that people may appreciate a space where they could go and socialise. So the people that benefit from We are the whole community of Morecambe, which is a real diverse group of people. That's the aim. So we generate revenue by trading, but also by applying for grants. However, a key proportion of our income comes through sales of food and drink and room hire. We raised awareness of We by using fairly grassroots methods. We didn't have a large budget, so we relied on social media. We also utilised our community magazine, More Together magazine, which focuses specifically on the community where we're based. We were moderately successful in acquiring funding when we started. We started off with a very tiny amount of funding that we required. In year one altogether, we've probably fundraised around about £30,000. Might sound a lot, but when you're paying business rates, rent, it starts getting stretched. Our marketing strategy initially focused on doing market research, so we wanted to make sure that the area we were planning on opening actually would be able to sustain. So we thought it was really important to look at the market, to engage with the people that lived and worked in that area. Initially we relied quite heavily on free PR, so we had features in our local community magazine, we had a feature in the newspaper. If people think we sell the best mocha in Morecambe, as a number of our customers tell us they think we do, them putting a little review, we've got 5-star reviews on our Facebook page, people sharing that, that good news can spread. So one piece of advice I'd give to someone looking at setting up a social enterprise and promoting it, I'd suggest speak to people in the community, speak to your community leaders, people who are involved with community activities, share that passion with people. They'll pick up on that positivity. In our first year, the type of funding that we accessed was primarily social enterprise support. Some of the challenges we found when applying for funding is that organisations that are supplying the funding only want to give money to registered charities, and as a social enterprise, we're not a registered charity, we're a community interest company. So we can already discount quite a large number of the grant giving organisations. The advice I'd give to an individual looking for funding for a social enterprise is to build links with other social entrepreneurs. So if you're fortunate enough to know a social entrepreneur, that's great. A piece of advice I'd give to someone trying to find funding for a social enterprise is to access the various avenues of business support available. In the future, our marketing will focus on our new food service. We have a small budget where we will be able to pay for advertising to push that, to create a bit of a new identity. I think there's a lot higher education could do to support social enterprise research, demonstrating our social impact. It would be great if universities could allocate their students to work directly with social entrepreneurs to help develop ideas and services for the social enterprise. Looking ahead, we'd really like to have a place on a university campus. It's a bit of a cliche to think that every student is a heavy drinking young person, whereas not every young person is interested in that perception of student life.